Last week I said, Nick Wright, maybe you're not delusional. I said, maybe you have a little bit of a brain in your head, right? Give him a lot of credit. Give him a lot of credit. And he throws that out the window. He says, Hail Mary, baby! Throws that out the window. He does his little stupid Mahomes Mountain yet again. Now, Mahomes Mountain last week, why did I give him credit? Because he had Browning as the best quarterback on Mahomes Mountain. This is after he beat the Colts. Hey! That's smart. Logical. Good job. Makes sense. Now, after last week's game, where Browning probably did the best comeback in Bengals history, was arguably the best game of the week, played outside of his damn mind, right? How would he not be number one? Because if we look at the stats, Browning had 324 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Okay? He also had 4 rushes for 0 yards. That's beside the point. So, well, who played better than him? Oh, Lamar Jackson, right? Well, Lamar had 171 yards passing. And he did have 97 yards rushing, but he only had 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Okay, well, Lamar can't be ahead of him then. Lamar can't dethrone him because Lamar did not play as good as Jake Browning did. Okay, well, Patrick Mahomes. He's like 305 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He had negative 5 yards rushing. Well, Patrick Mahomes, he played a 3-11 team. We beat a team that was 7-6, and on the crisp of being a playoff team. We beat a 500 team that literally could be a playoff team. Patrick Mahomes destroyed an awful team. Okay, the Ravens beat Jacksonville. They're above 500. That is correct. But again, like I said before, Lamar wasn't really the full reason. I mean, he actually was the full reason why they won that game. I'm not going to lie to you. But still. Well, what about Dak Prescott? And the only reason I say Dak Prescott is because he actually said how good Dak Prescott did last week. I threw a Hail Mary. A Hail Mary over the mountains, Nick Wright. A Hail Mary over the mountains. And you deliver dog crap to me. And you gave me a spoon. You said, man, eat that up. I give you credit that maybe you have a brain in your head. Maybe, just maybe, I was wrong. I admitted I was wrong to disagree with you. To say maybe you're not delusional. And you said, hold my beer. Let's, as I like to call him, the clown. And he's even more a clown now. Go, play the damn video.
For the great introduction, Kevin Wilds. And you guys know the rules. If you are ruled out for the season, you are off the mountain. So we will show you who is off the mountain right now. Hey, listen, Justin Herbert, you deserve better, but we apologize. Also off the mountain, Zach Wilson. We did a whole segment last week, could Zach Wilson's career be salvaged? Wilds and I laughed chaotically while Brew and Greg treated it seriously. Desmond Ritter might not be back on the mountain, nor will Bailey Zappi anytime soon. Level 7, bottom row of the mountain. Geno didn't play, he stays where he is. Fields got kind of screwed by some drops, he stays where he is. Shout out to Aiden O'Connell, Derek Carr, Drew Lock, and big shout out to Bryce Young, who last week I said you'd never climb the mountain. I'll be honest, didn't really have a...
All right, so the mountain at the bottom here has Danny DeVito, who just lost. Bryce Young, who did get his, a big win against the Falcons. I'll give him that. That was actually a pretty good win by him. Drew Lock, great win against the Eagles. I would actually put him higher up this list, to be honest. I think that's kind of disrespectful. Derek Carr, okay. Right, yeah. 63 points. I might put O'Connell a little bit higher up in this list when he scored 33 points. Fields. Why is Fields on this list? Hold up. Why is Geno Smith on this list if he's out right now with injury? And that's the reason why Drew Lock came in and won. I'm done. I'm done. I can't even get through the rest of the video. Just talk. Just talk, clown boy.
A mountain climbing worthy performance. It's the holiday season. You got to win. Good for you. Yeah. Meanwhile, Tommy Cutlets, you're dropping, and you might be dropping like a stone. I'm not sure, my friend, but it might be approaching midnight, my friend. Level 6. I know what you're thinking. Why did
this man put Joe Flacco on the list? I mean, Joe Flacco actually kind of deserves it. Joe Flacco has actually been playing pretty good. Drake May, of course. Oh man, Drake May's on this list. Okay, Minshew Mania. They beat the Steelers. Okay. Russ Wilson. How is Russell on this list, bro? He got absolutely smoked by the Lions. Get the heck out of here. Will Levis lost to the Texans. Kyler Murray's on this list. What even is this list at this point? This is a joke, bro.
Drake May move up? He hasn't played because NFL GMs are watching the other teams in the quarterback situation. They're like, anybody. There's a lot of guys who we might want. Gardner Minshew moves up with another excellent performance, and Russell Wilson slips down the mountain, which is fitting as he gets ready to slip out of the Rocky Mountain State. Level 5. Listen, these are some of our show favorites, but CJ missed a game.
All right, here we go. The Prince, who's lost back-to-back games versus the Bengals and the Ravens. Okay, yeah, no, he should be number 3. You're right. He's playing great football right now. Has a concussion, actually. Actually, no, not back-to-back games. He lost 3 games in a row. Bengals, Browns, Ravens. Jordan Love just got smoked by the Bucks. Jared Goff, okay. And CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud's hurt right now. I'm not going to trash him in any way. I'm fine with CJ Stroud rankings.
You can sometimes slide down the mountain due to not playing. Also, the fact that the Texans somehow won without him, it dings him a bit. The Prince, the fumbling, buddy, I'm here for.
Wait, hold up. No. We're not going to go through that like you didn't just say that. How does not your team winning without you ding you in any way possible? Did you not watch the Texans game? Yeah, they won the game, but it was an ugly, ugly win. It was more to the point of an absolute clusterfluff by the other team, by the, the Titans, more than it was the Texans really winning that game. That makes no, how is you, well, they won without you, so therefore you're kind of bad. No, it just means that he was playing that game would not have been close. That's pretty much all that means.
Nobody supports you more, but the fumbling's not great. Jalen Hurts, if they make the Prince do the Jalen Hurts fumble drills, I'll never get over it. Can't do it. Jordan Love could have moved up, but it was very hard to move up higher. Jared Goff, 5 touchdown performance by Jared Goff. He was excellent. He moves up now to the top 10. Level 4, Tua, no Tyreek, no.
Okay, so Tua, I'm not against. Okay. Baker Mayfield, he's actually playing pretty damn good football. I wouldn't put him higher on this list here. I would honestly probably take Stroud, put him at the top spot here, like the number 4th tier. I definitely put Baker, I mean, it's not Baker. Baker a little bit. That's why I switched Baker with Stroud. Yeah, I mean, Josh Allen, you can't really discredit him in any way possible. I do love all the crap and, hype around Josh Allen and the Bills are so good now. Like, did we not forget that the Bills literally lost to us? But we don't get any kind of love or, hey, look how good the Bengals are when we're literally the team that beat the Bills. But, because every bad team beat the Bills, right?
Problem. Gotta say, I didn't see that coming. Good for Tua. He played excellent. Baker played literally a perfect game. And Josh Allen nominated for an Oscar after that performance this weekend. Great job by Josh. Wow. And he didn't turn the ball over for the first time in a few months. Wild, there's a whole mixtape about his flops. Give me a break. Brock Purdy stays where he is. Level 3. Static. Jake Browning.
Caleb Williams is on the number 3. Jake Browning. Jake Browning went from number 1 last week to drop below number 2, and now he's on the 3rd tier. After having a better week than Patrick Mahomes, after having a better week than Lamar Jackson, after having a better week than Dak Prescott.
Listen, Wilds, are you ready for the conversation?
It's coming up.
Wilds wants to have the Joe Burrow system quarterback conversation. He wants to have it. Caleb Williams, we know exactly who he is, and we know that he's going to be a Chicago Bear next year. Matt Stafford, the last month, 12 touchdowns, 1 pick, a 112 rating. He has been outstanding, and the Rams are going to make the playoffs. Level 2.
Wait, is this clown boy not even going to explain why Jake Browning moved down? Or is it because of the fact he can't explain why Jake Browning moved down in any way possible, because there's no logical reasoning on why he moved down? Jake Browning played the best of any quarterback last week. In the end, I don't care what happened in the first half. The second half, he played better than any other quarterback on this whole entire list. And this clown boy can't just explain that, go in depth on why would he go from number 1 and number 3, number 1 to tier 3, not even number 3, because there's 3 quarterbacks, there's 2 quarterbacks here and then 1 above. He put him at number 4 now. He went from 1 to 4 after having one of the best weeks of the year.
Lamar stays where he is. Dak must drop, sadly. Listen, Dak had played almost perfect football for 2 months. He had a bad game, so he has to drop. He doesn't have to plummet, but he can't be atop the mountain where he was. And now, to level 1. Back atop the mountain where he deserves to be, and now officially underrated.
Oh.
Let me show you Patrick Mahomes' numbers this year. He leads the league in yards. He's probably...
Alright, I don't need to see a grown man get on his knees for another grown man, okay? If I wanted to see that, I don't want to see that, actually. There's not even a reasoning why I would want to see that. So, if you want to see one grown man get on his knees for another grown man, trust me, there's websites out there if you would like to see that. But I personally do not want to see that right now. You know what? Listen, right? Since we beat the Vikings on Sunday, since we beat the Vikings on Saturday, not even Sunday, I haven't heard from the mainstream media. They haven't covered us at all. And I've watched all the first take crap, nothing. Pat McAfee, nothing. All these news sources, they aren't talking about our game. Oh, they're talking about the Bills destroying the Cowboys. They're talking about the Ravens beating the Jags. Oh, the Ravens are a Super Bowl team. This team's a Super Bowl team. This team's doing so good. When we just had the greatest comeback of all time against the Vikings. But it's nothing. Not one peep. Not one little inch of any credit. Not credit that we're playing great football. And I love it. I truly love it. Because, in all honesty, I don't want them to give us credit. I don't want them to talk good about us, to hype us up, to talk about how good we're playing. Because we play best when we're doubted. We play the best when people say we're not good enough. We play the best when people say, listen, I don't know if the Bengals are really legit this year. So, to the mainstream media, who continues to doubt us, continues to not give us credit where credit is due, my response is thank you. Thank you for being delusional. Because all you're doing is feeding us the chance and the opportunity to get closer to getting that Super Bowl finished. Every time you sit there and you don't give us credit where credit's due, when Jake Browning last week is now the first quarterback in history to have 1,000 yards in his first 4 career starts and a 75% completion percentage. But we don't talk about that. We don't talk about the Linsanian run that he's going on. But when Danny DeVito or whatever his name is, DeVito, is going crazy and playing great football, oh, let's talk about him. Let's cover him. He's fun to talk about. You guys want Jake to fall off so badly. You want to make this argument that Joe Burrow is a system quarterback and Jake Browning isn't good. It's just the fact that he's a system quarterback. And listen, you can make that argument all you want. You can sit there on your high horse and not give us credit. Don't worry. At the end of the day, we're cashing the checks. We're cashing every check you're writing. So keep sitting there and don't talk about us. Because we don't want you now. We don't want you now. When Joe went down, the Bengals were done. Keep that storyline going. Keep the storyline going when we go to the playoffs. Keep that storyline going. We're done. Oh, you guys are done. It's over. It's over. And guess what? What did my shirt say? A nightmare on Take Away Elm Street and put a nightmare in Cincinnati. Because that's what we're going to be. We're going to be a nightmare. And you don't want us to get in. Because guess what? Once we get in, we ain't leaving. We ain't leaving until we get done this season the correct way. And once we win the Super Bowl, sit there and say it. Oh, Joe's a system quarterback. Joe's a system quarterback. Clearly, Jake Browning's not that good. And then we'll win it next year with Joe Burrow. Oh, he's just a system. He's just a system. Cool. Keep talking your crap. I'm kind of loving it. Because all I hear is a lot of noise. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Who Dey? Who Dey out.